You gotta start the walk around. See, part of the interior needs to be replaced. Wouldn't hurt for all of it to be replaced, but some of it's usable. Seat covers. Driver's seat ain't really that bad. Dash has got some cracks in it. Under hood. This is a 400 Pontiac. Ford 60 over, got a mild comp. Got a Holley 750 double pumper. Heads have oversized valves. Flat top pistons. Got an aftermarket air gap intake. All billet aluminum pulleys and bracketry. Alternators chrome. Got most of my lines are still braided. Got a Holley fuel pump. Got a brand new, everything in the ignition system was replaced when it was rebuilt 500 miles ago. Got all white face gauges. I'm getting ready to mount the speedometer. It's right in there. It's too small for this, so it may need to be replaced, but it is brand new as well. And it is white face and it does match. Here, the fuel pump. Starts right up there almost every time. It's got a cherry bomb mufflers. The mufflers, not the glass packs. Ticks, no knocks of any kind. Got headers. Exhaust chute right out behind the back tire. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's definitely got a lot of possibilities. It's really fast. The right buyer would gonna make a good car out of it. Let me see if I can get the exhaust tucked underneath here. But it's got an H pipe. It was professionally done. It was all bent. It's got a copper gaskets, which aren't supposed to ever really blow out. See, those are the mufflers. They're red in color for the cherry bomb, and they sound really good. They're the new mufflers they came out with, and I got them turning out to where they turn towards the back tire. So if you're into into that kind of a thing, you can white smoke and it'll shoot it out. And I have all the T-tops and everything for it, but I was going to show one thing here. I don't have the seals back in it since it's been painted. Figured why not replace all the seals. So just ripped them out of there right before I painted it. That way you can paint up underneath there too, so your paint won't peel. Show you some of the parts I've got for it. I do have a extra radiator because it does have a little bit of a problem with it overheating, but it's also been like 110 degrees out every day, so you know, driving that hot rod out in the heat may not be good anyways. But I was able to get a couple blocks around town, and then it just starts to run a little warm. I don't like that, so I went ahead and got a brand new radiator. I haven't put it in. I'm just done with this project. I need the money. If someone else wants to try to tackle it, they can put that in there. It's brand new. I've got all kinds of parts. Here's a hood that can come with it. It is a factory hood, and I didn't finish painting it. It's got self-etching primer on it just to protect it, keep it from rusting. I took the whole car down. That's another thing that's really good about this car, is I took it all the way down to bare metal, and I replaced all the metal. There was 2 rust spots. There was one right in front of this tire right here, right where that flare goes on. Right there was a small rust out, and I went ahead and cut it out the right way, rust proofed the back side, and I had the new patch panel put it welded in. And also there's one right in here. It was about this big, and I think just right here on the edge it had a little hole right here, and I cut that metal out. I bent a piece of metal, welded it in, used some filler. So really, other than that, this car is really straight. And I mean, it is straight now, but it had some rust, but now it no longer does, and you probably will never have rust problems as long as you keep it garage for the rest of the car's life, honestly. So it has been done right. All the graphics were airbrushed on, obviously. So no decals. All the pinstriping that is painted on underneath the clear, so you know it's going to last. I had a problem with it when I first redid this car. When I first got it about 7 years ago, I put the pinstriping on, had it all done, prettied up, and then it wasn't even a week later and the pinstriping right behind the rear tire started coming up off, and I right then decided I'm just going to repaint the whole car and do it right. So everything's painted on. It's got its own character, you know what I mean? I use a different font there. The fire's realistic style. It ain't fully realistic because it doesn't have, you know, your oranges and reds, but that's all candy gold, and I wanted to keep it a black and gold car because that's what it was originally. Aftermarket cowl induction hood. Put that on too, because the original had this was a turbo car, and I can also send that if somebody wants any of the parts. I've got the old seats that are really nasty. I mean, I wouldn't use them, but I would re-upholster them. And that's the old turbo 301 engine. It was very gutless, and you know, if you're gonna have an old car, you got to have it move. So that's why I put this in there. But I do have the old engine if you're interested. I have no use for any of the old parts. And I've got tons of parts in the drawers in there that the person's more than welcome to take along with them. This is a Wichita Craigslist item. It's on there for, I think, $6,000. But I am willing to negotiate a little bit. But I do have a lot in this car. Obviously, I'm going to lose money no matter what. But I am in need of some money for a reliable vehicle. This just isn't going to cut it. I'm only getting It's one thing you got to think about too if you're wanting to buy this. It's a toy. It is not a daily driver. You don't get good gas mileage with them. They're loud. And I have a kid and a wife, and they don't want to ride with me because it's too loud, or it's the gas mileage is killing me too. So I need something more economical. So if you're interested in a fun toy, it could make a good drag car someday, you know, if somebody had the money. Could make a good daily driver if somebody had a little more money. I personally do know I have ran out of my funds. You know, I've bought the car for $6,000 whenever I bought it, which was about 6-7 years ago. And I put $4 grand in the motor alone, and I have most of the receipts, almost every single one of them, to prove it. So I still have the original receipt from the rebuild to prove that it was just rebuilt recently. I have all the parts. Pretty sure I have almost all the parts receipts too. I have the cam boxes and everything else too. So you know, if you're interested in even all that, I keep everything. I'm a pack rat, I guess. So alrighty, thank you for watching. I hope you contact me about buying this. Thank you.